Hi everyone, this is Chris is O-Scale. It's been a while since my last update. Matter of fact, it's been a little over a year. And I know I've been wanting to get one done for quite some time now, and just, things been coming up every time I want to go do one, and, so I'm going to make my best effort to try to go through this. I got quite a bit done since the last update, and I figure it was time to let everyone know.
This is like the upper level where my Hell's Gate is, and I believe that's the 116 template train station. But I put in this like plastic stuff that I kind of got some joint compound, rubbed it in, and give it the effect of like a paver effect around the tracks here. And also I added this fence up here, and to give it a look like it's an old style train platform, back before all the safety issues where people would cross the tracks and stuff to get on the train on the opposite line, and so that's what I did up here so far. The other thing I did is I started switching out. I switched out the track down here, which is going to be my industrial area. I started using Ross track and Ross switches, and also I started switching them out on my layout where I could so far, and I plan on switching them out as these MTH real track switches give me problems. I'm going to switch them out to Ross. It seems like everyone has pretty good luck with them, and most hobbyists use them. So I figured I'd start switching out, because the MTH real track switches, I really have had a lot of problems with them. So that's something I'm doing as I go along here, is switching switches out. Something else I've been working on is down here I put in like a little service area for the trains. The fuel tank, the sanding tower, coal tower, little workhouse, and added some figures in here, and so far it looks pretty good. Did the ground cover. I don't know if that was in the last update or not, but also, the water tank over there, added some lights around, and I think that was in the last update. Also, I took this Atlas train platform. There again, I put some like brick paver looking stuff around it, added some people. Also, I built this riser that it's sitting on. Kind of added a riser to it to give it some lift to get up to train height. Put some people around there. Back there I got the newsstand, and added lights to it. Yeah, I added the lights, the Woodland Scenics. I put these lamp posts, and also underneath I added lights up underneath the canopy there. And that's where I'm at with this little section here. Also, while I'm over here, I added that background building and took a set of Clorox bleach bottles and made it look like there's some kind of tanks next to this factory. And then also, I think it was in the last video, that abandoned factory over there. But that's where I'm at with this section. One other thing is I got a background flat over there up on this upper level in the area where these background buildings are, but turn the light off for you. But it's hard to see. But I added lights to that too, also Woodland Scenic lights to give a little more effect up at the top here in the background. Another thing I did while I'm over here is I added the MTH DCS Wi-Fi for my layout. I've used it a few times. I've been running mostly Lionel stuff, but It seems to work pretty good. You know, I kind of like it. I got it set up to my iPad, iPad Mini, and I downloaded the app to my iPhone. But when I use it, I like using the iPad Mini with it. It's got a nice big screen, bigger screen to it. So another thing, I added some more power sources over here. Like I said, with switching out the switches, you know, I had to switch out put the raw switches over here. And also, while I'm on the yard area here, I put in this gantry train track here, because eventually I'd like to put one in over here, because this at some point in time when I get around to it, it's going to be like a port harbor scene over here. I got a tugboat, and perhaps I'll build a little barge or something, but that's what I'd like to do in here. Now on to the town. This is the lower level town that I've been putting together, and I got the Lionel Hobby Shop with the trains moving around in it. It's a pretty nice piece. I like it. I believe it's what is it? The Madison Hardware hobby store it's supposed to be, and you know, this is where I'm at. I got my road bed in, or road bed. It's actually core board I use for my roads, and added all these parking spots. Added a set of MTH traffic signals. I don't know how well they're showing up with the lights, but they're pretty cool. They'll go through their motion and change from red to green and yellow. I think it's getting ready to change green now. Yeah, there it goes. And you know, it's pretty cool. I like it. Got this fishing hole bait and tackle that I took all apart and kind of repainted it. I didn't like the colors that it was. It was kind of like a pastel color. And there again, added lighting to it. And same with that frying stand over there. I did the same thing over there. I added some lights to it, took it all apart, weathered it a bit, and you know, I like doing that stuff. Front view of this main street, I got the Wolf's Clothing, the meat and fish market. Those are MTH. Got the Hard Rock Cafe. That's Lionel. The Corner Coffee Shop, and then a couple other, I think the pharmacy and a couple other buildings over there. Those are pharmacies, Lionel, and the other two are, I believe, MTH. And it's coming pretty cool. I like it so far. One thing I noticed with these MTH iTads, they're kind of light sensitive. So when I got the lights on, the device over there would trip on its own and cause things to you know, cause the crossings to walk on their own. They're pretty sensitive, so I basically put this trailer truck in front of it because it kind of puts a shadow on it so that it doesn't cut on, and it seems to be working. So over here, like I said, this was in the last update, or previous update, was Deuce's Bike Shop with the added lights. Also, I put in this cell phone tower. That, I believe, is, I think that's Lionel. And I laid like a driveway type road here. I know it ain't real prototypical because, you know, it wouldn't be that close to the tracks, but with room constraints, that's what I did. So I got the road there leading up to the crossing, which gets into town. And you know, I also been adding people in a few vehicles to this site. Now my thing is with this is, you know, this side here, I'm going to go with a more modern theme, like maybe like 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever, right up to present. Where the other town on the upper levels, more geared towards the 50s and 60s and maybe 40s, and that's what I'm going to try to do. Also over here, I added the Budweiser billboard, and you know, so far this is all coming along pretty good. You know, I haven't been doing much in the way of the ground cover. I would like to, because I got a feeling when I go to switch these switches out, I'm going to mess a lot of stuff up. Same with up there. I got a crossover up there, two left, 72 left-hand crossovers tied in together. And so I've been kind of holding off on doing ground covers. And you know I got a bunch done already over here, but you know, I'm going to probably have to pull some of it up because they're the raw switches are a hair shorter than the MTH switches on the straightaway piece. Like right here, it's probably instead of being over here, it's like about an inch back. So I'm going to have to either tighten up the track or cut some. You know, cut some spacer pieces out of some track and put it in. Another thing I had to do was I had to take this whole section of track out because it was giving me problems with my legacy system. And, you know, basically I run jumper wires to the ground, the outer rails, because I was losing signal. And, you know, it's there again, I would never go with MTH's track. One other thing, not major, but I added this tree in there. Got that up at Amherst last winter. So, you know, I don't know if it's a whole heck of a lot over the past year, but that's where I'm at with the time I got to work on this thing. So, anyways, happy Labor Day to everybody. One more thing, I'll just give you guys a quick view of how everything looks all lit up. This is the upper town. And how it looks over there, the upper yard, how that all looks. And this is the area I've been working on. So this is the lower town all lit up, the billboard, the traffic lights, and the yard over there, the little train platform, mini train station, and that's how it's all coming together so far. So once again, happy Labor Day and thank yous for watching.